What happens if you combine quantum computing with Cyberpunk, a stock market simulator, an engaging audiobook series, and a global leaderboard? Well, you get the Quantum Cyberpunk Stock Market Simulator. This is a game that I've developed over the course of the last 2 weeks with the help of artificial intelligence and quantum computing. Now, I am so pleased with how this has turned out, and I'm really excited to give you guys the game completely for free. The global leaderboard itself will actually have players that are playing the game that have watched this video and have downloaded the game itself. Now, I'll be giving details of how to download the game at the end of this video, so stick around to find out how to do that. The game is completely free and I cannot wait to see how well you guys do. I want to discuss the details of the game itself because I'm using quantum superpositioning to manage different aspects of the game as well. So it's really cool and really interesting. But if you're not interested in how I've developed the game whatsoever, but you want to give the game a whirl, just skip to the end of this video and find the download code there. No problem at all. But if you wanted to stick around and actually find out how I did the actual game itself, then thank you very much for sticking about and let's get to it. Are you ready? Let's begin. So, this is the code of the game and I am really happy with it. I used ChatGPT to develop the code in segments, taking it step by step to ensure I understood each part thoroughly. Initially, I chose to create a simple version of the game without the quantum element, and by breaking down each component and using AI to clarify any confusing aspects, I was able to build a solid foundation for the game. Once I got the code working, just using the random module, I submitted the code into ChatGPT and got the following image for the user interface for the game, because I find that making designs as early as possible really helps your enthusiasm levels to continue building the game. I took the image from ChatGPT and placed it into Photoshop, where I changed the dimensions and using Adobe's own generative AI tool, edited the initial graphics to better suit my desired functionality for the game. I then used ChatGPT to help me build graphs with Pygame to display the overall market, a pie chart to show the player's portfolio, and a little options menu that enables the player to interact with the multimedia. I then used a mixture of my own assets and AI to create the start screens of the game, and Happier.ai to build some neat animations from my own stills and the stills created by Midjourney after several trial and errors. I placed all of these into my video editor of choice, Adobe Premiere, and cut together a video that reversed some of the animations, combined and slowed them down or sped them up where required, and cheated a little bit by incorporating a press space to start flash, which is actually video. I then asked ChatGPT for the best solutions for running a global leaderboard that will work with all players that play the game all around the world, and ChatGPT suggested that I use Firebase, which at this level is fairly inexpensive and can be imported into my Pygame seamlessly. This wasn't particularly easy to do though, but after a few days of trial and error and a ton of debugging, I managed to get the leaderboard working to how I wanted it to work. I then used the MoviePie editor module that I was currently using to play my videos to then play a track of audio files. These get played one after the other with a play pause function for the player to interact with, and features 4 episodes of my Cyberpunk audiobook series and 4 episodes of Transhuman Radio, which is an AI experiment on my channel where I get 2 artificial intelligences to have a conversation as if they are living in the future, discussing topics that range from mathematics, technology, and philosophy. Once I got the audio working, it was time to incorporate the quantum computing aspect of the game by importing the IBM Qiskit module and initializing the Air Quantum Computer Simulator. If you've seen my previous videos, you would have seen that the most relevant aspect of the quantum computer for a game would be the pure random numbers generated by quantum superposition. So I simply used the module from my previous experiments and implemented these into the code with a little help from AI. Initially, I had this running on all of the random calculations, but this slowed the program down to an absolute grinding halt. So I stripped the superpositioning back to only handle the fluctuations of population of the Civitas city-states, and these are ultimately the driving factor in the rise and falls of the stock, so it made no difference and made total sense. After the extensive testing, I was finally finished with the game. I used PyInstaller to create the .exe executable file to package and run the game, and discovered that all of the Qiskit module packages needed to be placed into the final working directory of the package game in order for that small but powerful quantum computing code to work. So, 880 megabytes later and a ton of debugging, I present to you the Quantum Cyberpunk Stock Market Simulator with a global leaderboard. I hope you guys have fun. So you can download the game via the URL displayed on the screen right now, or in the cheeky comment that will undoubtedly be left at the top of the comments section as well. I know what you guys are like, but please do give it a try. I would really love to see what you guys come up with. I find it pretty difficult myself, even though I designed it. It can be pretty gnarly at times. So best of luck, and I'll see you in the leaderboard. Maybe. Bye.